Hello and welcome back to Peacemaker Cards. I'm Dave and I hope you're having a great day. Today I have a PSA reveal for you. And this all goes back to Strongsville when I bought this, the 1940 Cincinnati Reds Team issued set, which included the box here, and here's the rest of the cards. I sent off all the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famers to PSA to get them graded. I'll eventually get I plan to get the rest of this set graded, but this set was put out in 1940 by this guy, Harry Hartman, and he was the broadcaster for the Reds, and he published the set right after late 1940 season, right after the Reds won the National League Championship Series. And I got the set, but there were three cards that I didn't have. There were two print variations that happened after the Reds won the World Series that year, and an extra card that was included in the set. And I got two of those three cards at the National this year. And those are the last two National pickups that I have to show you. The first one is from this set. It's 1940 World Series results. It just shows all the game scores and everything from the World Series that year, showing the Reds won 4-3. And then I got one of the two print variations. Here's the original card that I got with the set. And here's the one I picked up at the National, where you can see it designates the world champions on the card. That leaves me just one card left for the complete master set. There's a variation of this card, the title card, with world champions printed down at the bottom. So hopefully one day I can find this card, this variation. It's real tough. I was talking to one of the dealers at Xenia when I went there at the card show last week, and we were talking about this, and he was telling how hard it is to find these cards, because he had one of the cards offered for sale, and we were talking. He had the whole set except for the three extra cards. So hopefully one day I can pick up that card. I was lucky to find these two, so hopefully I can find that one too one day. As for the PSA reveal, like I said, all of these are Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famers. First one is Harry Kraft. He was an outfielder. Here's pitcher Paul Derringer. Now the Harry Kraft, didn't have a Harry Kraft. I'm trying to get one card of every Reds Hall of Famer, and I didn't have that. I had one Paul Derringer, but this is going to be an upgrade for that. I got second baseman Nolly Fry. This is another new one. Outfielder Avell Goodman. One of the big cards in the set, Hall of Fame catcher Ernie Lombardi. I had one Ernie Lombardi, I think it was a 1934 Gaudy, but this is a slight upgrade, so I was real happy to get this in a 5. Next one, first baseman Frank McCormick. Another outfielder, Mike McCormick. I don't think they're any relation. They just happen to have the same name. Another semi-big card is the manager, William McKitchney. He is a Hall of Fame manager. I think he's the first manager to win World Series for two different teams. He won one in the 1920s, I know. I think with Detroit, I'm not sure. But then he won in 1940 with the Reds. Next is another outfielder, Bill Myers. I said, I wish PSA would do something with these smaller cars where they could get them more centered, but they have them in these bigger frames, so it is what it is. So next is the other big card is Johnny Vandermeer of the two consecutive no-hitter fame. I think this is a second-year card of his. He had one in the 1939 Cincinnati Reds Team set, which I'd like to get one day. And it's one of the better grades, got it 6, so I was real happy with that. Next one is Bucky Walters. He's another pitcher. And finally, we have the Bill Werber, third baseman. He has a great book out, Memoirs of a Ball Player, I think it is. I'm reading that, and it's real good. He was a former teammate of Babe Ruth and the 1930s New York Yankees team. He actually traveled with the 1927 Yankees for a couple weeks when he was a freshman in Duke, where he also was the first All-American player for the Duke basketball team. So he had a real interesting life, and what a good read. Pick up his book. So he has a lot of good stories in there. Well, that's all I have for today. Hopefully I can get these next. I'm probably going to send a few more out in next week or so, and then my plan is to send about 5 or so out a month until I get the rest of them graded. So when I get those done, I'll be sure to show them off. So until next time, peace.